I don't remember moving. One second, I was staring at the mirror. The next, I was outside the store, standing in the middle of the street, alone. The cold air hit my face. I blinked several times. My heart pounded inside my chest. What just happened? I whispered. I turned around. The convenience store was dark. No lights. No sign of the woman. No sign of anyone. It looked abandoned, like it had been empty for years. I slowly stepped toward the door. The glass was covered in dust. I pressed my face against it and looked inside. Nothing. The shelves were empty. The counter was gone. Even the mirror had disappeared. It was as if the store I had entered never existed. A sudden sound made me jump. Footsteps. Behind me. Slow. Heavy. Crunch. 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 I spun around. The street was empty. The footsteps stopped. Silence returned. I swallowed hard. This place wasn't normal. I needed to leave. Now. I hurried back to my car and climbed inside. The engine started immediately. Relief washed over me. I slammed the gear into drive and sped toward the edge of town. The road stretched ahead through the fog. For 10 minutes, I drove without stopping. Then I saw it. The sign. Welcome to Greenstown. My blood turned cold. No. I drove faster. The fog grew thicker. 5 minutes later, I saw the sign again. Welcome to Greenstown. I hit the brakes. This wasn't possible. I had been driving in a straight line. There was no way I could be back here. Unless... there was no way out. A loud knock made me jump. Bang. 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 Someone was tapping on my driver's side window. I turned slowly. The smiling woman stood outside. Her face was inches from the glass. I screamed. She wasn't there a second ago. Her pale face never moved. Her smile never changed. She raised one hand slowly, then pointed toward the center of town, without saying a word. I locked the doors. My hands shook violently. "What do you want from me?" I shouted. The woman didn't answer. She only kept pointing. Then she spoke. Softly. Almost like a whisper. "You forgot." The words sent chills through my body. What did I forget? Her smile widened, far wider than any human smile should. "You always forget." Then she stepped backward into the fog and vanished. I sat frozen for several seconds, trying to understand what had happened. Then I noticed something on my passenger seat. A photograph. My breathing stopped. I slowly picked it up. The picture showed Greenstown. The same streets, the same buildings, the same fog. But that wasn't what terrified me. What terrified me was the person standing in the center of the photograph. It was me. Not a person who looked like me. Me. Wearing old clothes, standing beside the smiling woman. Both of us staring directly into the camera. At the bottom of the photograph, someone had written a date. October 14, 1987. My hands hands began to shake. That couldn't be right. I wasn't even born in 1987. Then I turned the photograph over. A single sentence was written on the back. I know because I wrote it. The message read, "Don't trust the Muirs." And underneath it was my signature. The exact same signature I use today. I stared at the words, unable to breathe, unable to think. Because for the first time since entering Greenstown, I realized something far worse than being trapped. Somehow, I had been here